Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.
Hi, this is Jan Lewis, and today on Be My Guest we have Janet Lee. She is from Winchton, Mass. Welcome, Janet. Same first name, Janet, but I go by... Do they call you Jan?
Janet.
Okay, all right. So you stuck with the whole thing, and I got labeled as Jan. All right. And you do natural skincare.
I do.
And I read about Janet in the Worcester Living magazine. It's pretty much free. I think I pick it up maybe at UMass or anywhere along the line. And I find some amazing people in here. And when I read about what you do, 7-acre farm, you have a whole farm.
I do.
Okay, and you have 11 goats.
Yes.
Now, how many of them are brand new babies?
5.
5.
Yes.
So they won't be functioning yet for a while for the goat milk?
Right. Well, the moms are now
Yeah.
functioning because they had the babies, but
Yeah.
the babies, it'll be a year before I can breed them, and then
And have more goats.
they'll have more in 5 months.
Janet got into the natural soap and other, skin products because you've had allergies a lot.
I've had allergies since I was 10. My allergies appeared when I got my ears pierced, and it started from there. Little things would irritate me, but as I got older, the allergies got worse, and to normal things,
Yeah.
to metal, to latex, to lanolin, just to things that you would find in your day-to-day, things in shampoos and liquid soaps, and it got worse and worse. So I had to have an allergy test done, find out exactly what my body decided it was allergic to, and then read everything that I bought. And it became such a hassle. I said, that's it. I'm gonna learn how to make my own.
Now, how did you learn to do it?
I have a lot of books. The internet's a big help, and just trial and error. I had a lot of good luck with my trial and error. My trials worked out pretty well at first. My soap, my neighbor taught me how to make that, and I've adapted it for me.
Oh, this is called teak wood, and it's got. Is that like a little tub with bubbles?
With bubbles, yes.
Okay, so can you wash your hair in this? Sometimes I'll just go nuts.
Absolutely. If you leave it on for a minute or so,
Yeah.
the olive oil will soak in, and the coconut oil will do its magic conditioning work, and it's a beautiful feeling.
So this is called teak wood. It comes in this adorable little box. 7-acre farm, goat milk. So now here's the ingredients, right? Saponified goat milk.
Okay, saponified means it's a chemical reaction between lye, which is actually a natural chemical. It's kind of a play on words, I suppose, but when you mix the milk with the lye, the chemical reaction is saponification, and when you mix it with the oils, the whole thing just becomes neutralized and safe.
Okay.
Lye itself is caustic for your skin.
Yeah, I heard about olive oil, which they say is really good to eat. Olive oil, coconut oil, scent, which is the essential oils that you use.
Well, the essential oils I use for scent, whether it be lavender or whatever wonderful scents I can find.
Yeah.
And then there are fragrance oils that I do use because some people have allergies to essential oils.
And that's it. I don't see any sulfates or anything horrible.
No
I'm
parabens,
now
no
reading the
sulfates.
shampoos in the store. It's hard to find something that doesn't have sulfate or laureth sulfate.
Sodium lauryl sulfate is a big allergen,
Yeah.
one of mine. I have since learned that it comes from coconut oil. So
But you can
anything
use-
with coconut oil could bother somebody with an SLS allergy.
Yeah.
But there's degrees. So yes, I can use my soap without it causing a problem.
Yeah.
But if I was to put sodium lauryl sulfate in something, the amount may be too much for my skin to handle.
Does it affect your scalp? Do you break out in sores?
I break out in a rash, very itchy
On your scalp
bumps.
too?
On my scalp, on my skin, on my neck.
Okay. This one is what was the name of this one? Oh, lavender. A lot of people love lavender.
It's one of my best sellers.
I go for something like teak wood or what was it? Licorice,
Licorice.
which can be anise.
Anisette.
It's the same thing, isn't
Yes.
it? Oh, it's like I heavenly. This one is rainforest. That's nice too. That's like really walking into a fresh room that's just been cleaned.
Yes.
How long does it take you to make these bars?
Well, the whole process itself takes me from start to finish about an hour, but the soap has to sit in the mold for at least 24 hours.
Yeah.
Then I can pop it out of the mold and cut it into the bars. And then it has to cure for, I like to do a minimum of 3 weeks so that it's a nice hard bar. All of the chemical reactions are done. There's no caustic, materials left in there, and it becomes a pH equal to
balanced.
ours. So, right.
Oh, we got a box here of goodies. I don't know if the guys are going to be too interested in this, but
And, no,
guys
actually,
can use
the
it
itch
too.
stick is very popular with men and women for cuts and scrapes.
Itch stick.
Bee stings, burns, just anything that ails your skin, the itch stick is so helpful for.
yeah. Olive oil, everything in here is natural big time.
The herbs that are in it, I grow myself.
Yeah. Have you always been into this since like you were a kid?
Not the herbals, no.
No.
My husband actually is the cause of it. He had pneumonia, and the doctor was going to put him on Prozac because he was depressed because he
Yeah.
had pneumonia. And
Yeah.
he said, I'm not depressed. I have pneumonia, which is making me down. So he saw a kinesiologist, which I don't know the exact description of a kinesiologist, but she deals with herbals and flowers and auras. And she gave him this flower mixture that he had to drop under his tongue. And he got better so fast
Yeah.
that I started looking into why.
Yeah.
And it was due to the herbals,
The
and
herbals.
not the medicine.
Like what you use in your own products. Now this is a bigger itch stick.
Yes, I was requested to make larger sizes because it works so well.
It almost looks like an underarm deodorant.
And I make that
That's
as
what
well.
I haven't thought of that. That's really cool. I mean, any itch, after a bug bite, stings, itches, and scratches. Boy, I wonder if I can melt this and use it in my ear. I had major surgery, and it's healing, and it's like, it's just like, I just want to.
You could probably put it on a Q-tip and rub it in. It's a chapstick form.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. And now what's this little one? It says Kid Cream.
It's to help your skin stay young looking.
Yeah.
It's a combination of exotic butters, but the mango butter in it specifically is very skin regenerative.
Yeah.
So it helps with, reducing wrinkles, fine lines, any kind of damage that your skin is getting. It also helps reduce the color of bruising, helps the skin repair from a scar.
Why do you call it Kid Cream? Oh, youthful?
To help you look younger.
Oh, I thought it was going to be for the little kids when I said it. It's adorable. It comes in this.
Adorable little sack.
Yeah. Now let's see. This is, so I've got those. This tells all about what the natural ingredients are. What's Friendly Feet?
Friendly Feet is a natural foot deodorant.
Yeah.
Again, it's in a chapstick style form. It's got patchouli in it, which is a natural odor.
And it
leader.
smells wonderful.
It does smell wonderful.
I remember spatula when I was in college when we were burning the incense, A
A lot of people go, oh, no, I
No.
don't like
I like
patchouli. But just the way that it's mixed into this product, it's not overpowering
Yeah.
or overwhelming.
Lotion potion? Ooh.
I made that out of necessity.
Mm-hmm.
I had a major skin reaction to spray paint, which is a latex-based
Yeah, I use it
allergy.
all the time in my art.
And my fingers were a mess, and I battled with it. Every lotion I could find, it didn't have parabens and all
Yeah.
these things I'm allergic to, and it just wouldn't go away. My fingers were cracked, peeling. I had no more fingerprints. It was really, really bad,
Yeah.
and the dermatologist couldn't find anything that would help me. And I said, you know what, I need to put chamomile tea on my hands because I know chamomile is so good for your skin, but the tea just dried so fast. So I said, all right, I'll try my hand at mixing it into a lotion kind of a form.
Right.
Within a day, I could actually feel my fingertips, and within 2 weeks, my fingerprints were back. All the cracks and
Chamomile.
everything were gone. So it's a grapeseed oil and chamomile tea.
This is in it, citrus or lavender are the fragrances that you do
Right.
it. And it has chamomile as the big part of it.
Yes.
Chamomile base. Light and creamy. Flip-flop feet.
You have one of those in there.
That's-
That is a skin conditioner.
Okay.
Nope.
Nope. Okay, all right. Do you mean
You
like
know
little
that
crevice?
dry patch that you get on the back of your heel from
Yeah.
wearing sandals all summer?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's a non-slippery butter base.
Uh-huh.
and it helps condition the skin, anywhere on your feet, and even your elbows, knees, wherever you get dry patches. It helps condition the skin naturally.
And it says it has orange essential oil,
So
lime
it
and
smells
orange.
very
Okay.
summery.
Very what?
Summery.
Summery. When it said flip-flop feet, I thought it meant, the thing in the between your toes that holds you together on the thing? I thought it meant anti-itching between you or whatever but you could
If
put
your
it there.
skin gets irritated from there, absolutely that would help. If it became to the point where it was itchy and cracked, the itch stick would be your better.
My mother she would get eczema. I haven't had her problems, but she had all this stuff. She began to use Almay cosmetics, and so far, she was all right with it. She could react to everything.
I do.
Gosh, and that's hard. You were 10 when this started.
Yes.
When you were preteen and teen, and the no makeup routine, not to rhyme, but how did you get through that? That's a girl's rite of passage. How did you do
And
that?
I used a little, like maybe a little bit of eyeshadow
Yeah.
and some mascara. Those didn't seem to bother me so much, but I
Yeah.
couldn't use foundations. It would cause breakouts. It would cause pimples and rashes. It would be miserable. So
What's the main culprit, do you think, in these things?
for me, it was lanolins and anything that was supposed to be coating and healing.
Yeah.
In the powders and things, it could have been anything. It could have been the fake micas that were in them, or even the colorings. I don't think that the allergy test that I had covered
No.
everything. It was
No.
90 different things that they tried.
Yeah, the thing where they stick.
I had a huge patch on my back.
Oh, you had the back one.
90
Okay.
different things.
The 90, and that hurts a little bit when they're going down.
It was all Band-Aids. It was all
Band-Aids?
little circle Band-Aids.
Okay.
And then they covered it with this big,
How long ago was that?
when I was 17, I think.
So I know now that what they do is I've had it up, in the arm, the needle pricks this is for this dust, this mold, and this thing.
I would be a mess. I would probably blow up like a balloon.
Even on environmental things you're allergic to.
Yeah. Nothing breathing,
Yeah.
so that's fine. It's all touch for me. Although I've learned that there are some foods that I need to avoid for
Yeah.
the latex allergy.
Yeah. Right.
Bananas, strawberries, things like that. I know.
This is a rough road here.
It is, and it changes all the time.
I'll bet poison ivy is not your friend.
No.
It's not mine either.
No, it's not my
But I don't have your problem. That stuff, they say that carries through the air. Is
It
that true?
does. It's an oil, but it can be carried through the air. It can be carried in smoke. People will burn it,
Mhm.
and it'll just go up with the smoke, and anybody in the vicinity of the smoke can actually get it anywhere that it
So
decides
right
to
now we've got
land.
burning season,
And so people they'll break out,
and
and they'll not know why,
yeah.
and that could be a very huge culprit.
Your pet, if he goes out.
And rubs through the poison ivy. Yes.
This one is pet stick. What's this do?
That's like our itch stick.
Yeah.
But what I did was I added an herb in there to make it bitter, so that the animals wouldn't lick it off.
Oh, okay.
So dandelion
Yeah.
is a bitter. So when you put it on a cut, a sore paw, they won't just lick it off because it's
Right.
something there,
Yeah.
and it helps them heal too.
Kitties, cats.
Cats.
Okay. Everybody.
I've had friends use it on rabbits. Yep.
Does it take care of the itch, or does it just make them not want to itch it?
It takes care of the itch. That's what the lavender's effect is.
Yeah.
And then the herbs in it actually help heal your skin.
All right.
And anti-inflammatory properties as well.
Now this one is ouchless. Now really, if you hurt yourself, like if my cat scratches me like crazy, can I?
No, this is more like icy hot.
Oh,
This
like if
is
you have pain?
muscle pain, and yeah.
Oh,
But
olive
it doesn't
oil.
have that icy hot smell or the Bengay smell. It's a cinnamon and clove.
Yeah.
So it uses the natural healing and heat of the cinnamon and the clove to heal your muscles.
So if you take this and rub it, let's say on your hip or your back,
Mhm.
it gets warm
It does.
on its own.
Yep.
This looks very good. I've just had trouble with that type of situation. And that looks really good. Have I missed anybody in here?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Tingle, lip balm.
Oh, the lip balm.
Tingle.
Have you ever tried to read chapstick?
Yeah, it's
or,
too small.
Or any of them?
Yeah, you have to.
Okay, so even if you had a magnifying glass,
Yeah.
the words are this long.
Right.
I don't want to put that on my lips.
Oh, this has got
These are
everything.
ingredients you can read.
Grapeseed oil, beeswax, menthol, vitamin E, and essential oil.
Yes.
How can you go wrong with that?
You can't.
Janet Lee, and she's the one who makes all these terrific, I mean, really natural. We're not just talking partially, this is totally. How can they reach you, Janet?
I have a website. It's countrygoats.com, and my email is 7acrefarm@comcast.net.
Now, before Janet came on, I had my favorite is licorice, but I also know they call it by anise. Is that a tough one to make? What's with that?
It's just not one that I have made.
Okay.
I'm sure I could get the essential oil to make it.
Because I know I have to go to this big grocery store over in Westboro, and boy, the price of just a bar is like up there.
Yes.
But I love it so much, I say, okay, I have to have it, you know. But this, you can actually wash your hair too with
Yes.
it. Okay, so.
Yes. It's very conditioning. The
Very cool.
coconut oil is so good for your skin.
Mhm.
For everything. You can eat it, you can put it on your skin, you can put it on your hair, everything.
Yeah.
So when you use the goat milk soap, the milk is nourishing for your skin and your hair, and then the coconut oil is conditioning. So if you leave it on for a short time when you're washing and then rinse it off, you've got the conditioner effect too, as well as the cleaning. And it doesn't strip the oils out of your hair.
Yeah.
It washes without stripping and conditions all at the same time.
How much is a percentage of the goat milk itself versus the other ingredients?
Oh, I've never figured out a percentage.
Well, do you have to pour a whole bunch into the vat, or?
Well, I make 16 bars at a time,
Yeah.
and there's 2 cups of milk in that.
That's pretty good.
Yes.
In each bar of soap, or in the whole thing.
In the whole 16
Okay, so
bar
2 cups of milk,
batch.
and then you add what you need to do,
Yes.
and then you let it set for.
It has to sit in the mold for 24 hours,
Yeah.
and then I can take it out and cut it, and then it needs to cure for at least 3 weeks.
What does it just sit there? for
It
3
sits there so that all the chemical reaction with the milk and the lye and the oils become non-caustic.
Okay.
They come to a pH level that matches ours,
Mm.
and it's solid enough that it's not going to just melt in your hands when you put it in the water.
My stomach's growling. Must be it needs more breakfast. Did you design this with the goat coming out of the bathtub?
I did. That's my goat.
Is purple your favorite color?
It is.
You see, it's mine too.
Must be the Janet thing.
Yeah, it's a Janet thing. How long have you been doing this?
Years. I started making my soap, I want to say in 2003 or 4.
Is that the one that? No. Okay. God, how do you choose?
Well,
See, I'm like whiffing away here.
I'm trying to cut back on the number of scents that I make.
Why?
At one time? Well, because when I go to a craft fair, I will have a line of people smelling all the different scents. So if there's only 5 or 6 to smell,
Yeah.
they'll make their decision, and then they'll check out the other items on the table, and then other people can also smell. I've had up to 25 at one time.
Yeah.
It makes for too much confusion, and people decide, you know what, I can't decide, I don't want one.
Well, that's it. If you have a whole bunch of them, like at this grocery store I go to, luckily I'm pretty tight on that one that I like. That you can't, I don't know, mess with that licorice smell. But I've gone to fairs where they had so many of them lined up. I'll just get through breathing one in, and if you go too fast and breathe in the other,
You can't smell
so it's
them.
sort of like spray. You got to kind of like go over to the side, then
Yes.
come back,
Yes.
and that takes a little while.
It does.
So now, where do you appear for your fairs? Where do you sell? Your
Well, my first one is April 12th in Groton.
Groton.
I'll be at a church fair.
All right.
And then I'll do all around Massachusetts. I'll go around. I do a Westboro Farmers Market on Thursdays. That starts in June.
Yeah.
And then we're starting a new farmers market, or a local market, in Ashburnham.
Okay.
That'll be on Monday afternoon.
There's one in Grafton, you know. You'd love it on the Common there.
Well, it's on the same day as Westboro.
They do it on Thursdays.
Mhm.
Is that the same
Yes.
day? What is it with this Thursday thing?
Every town has a day,
Yeah.
and some towns, obviously, because we have so many, it just overlaps. So you just have to pick and choose. And I am from Winchendon, so if I'm going to commit to every week, I don't really want to go an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
So
You know where would be great right now is, of course, at the Cape. As we get more into the summer, the thousands of millions of people who go down there.
and the craft fairs down
Oh.
there are amazing.
Oh, they
but
are.
It's just very, very far from me.
Yeah, it is. How far will you travel? If somebody saw you and really wanted to, how far are you willing to go from Winchendon?
I guess it would depend on the size of the fair,
Yeah.
the cost of the fair. But I mean, I've traveled an hour and a half to 2 hours, depending on those kind of situations.
It's tough for artists, crafters, and authors to go to these fairs because
It
let's
is.
say if you, it's way too high, but if you put like up to 200 into a booth, now this is nuts. When I was doing arts and crafts, we might have been 40 or 20, and some still are. But I'm
There are
amazed
some
at what
that are
they're
still very
doing.
high. Mhm.
You know, I'm thinking, what are the chances this person's going to make their table? I don't think, you know, especially with the economy, it's tough.
For me, it's tough because it's not something you would go to a craft fair for. You
Yeah.
would go for a decorative thing or a gift. But people will put self-care, you know, on the back burner
Yeah.
when you just can't find this kind of thing
No.
at the grocery store or Walmart or Target.
See, this is the type of thing, this would be the type of thing I'd be gravitating toward. That's just me.
Right.
I'm going to a craft. The arts are one thing to me. The craft part, this would have my attention, because that is a, well, I don't know. That's just the way I am. It's sort of a priority. All these, I mean, I could open a cosmetic shop. I mean, I love this type of thing. It's very hard to pass up for me. Very
for
hard.
lots, but not
Oh.
everyone.
God, I don't know. I love it.
And it takes an awful lot of sales for me to make a $200 table. So
Do you work outside the home as far besides that you do? You have another job.
I do. I have a farm, I have a business, and I work at a farm store. So
So you're busy.
I am.
Are the little ones at home? Do you have little children?
They're older.
They're older.
17 and 20.
Oh, mine's 21. All right. Hell, gee, gosh, I thought you had like little ones. You don't have the other ones.
It's the soap.
Oh, use her soap. You'll look like she does. Where are you going to go with this? Anything further you have down the line?
I really hope so. I really hope to have my own shop one day.
You're going to have your own?
I hope so.
Does it have to be up in Winchendon? Can you come down here maybe a little bit?
Well, I'll always have mail order. I do
Yeah.
have, you know, an online store, so I mean, there's always that. And I probably won't give up the craft fairs for a while because
Yeah.
I like to get out and talk to people as to why the product worked.
Okay.
You can't. You
I'm
can't
gonna try
smell
it.
bar soap online, and you can't
I know.
check out the itch stick online.
No.
It's,
You know, I've changed my mind just talking with her. Instead of the, what was it? Teak wood? Now I'm going for rainforest. So I am going to try it. And anybody can ask me how it went because I'll probably just completely immerse myself. This is so good. I love the smell. All right. Once again, let them know how they can reach you, Janet.
Okay, I have a website. It's countrygoats.com, and my email is 7acrefarm@comcast.net.
How's that? Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for
You had a
having
nice
me.
day to come down.
It was beautiful.
Are you hungry? Because right down in Upton, we have a nice restaurant, little cute little thing. We have Dunkin'. We've got it all. So if you, I'll let you know where it is. Because it's a long trip. Well, we have people from New Hampshire, Rhode Island. They come all over the lot. Some think nothing of it. Just, oh no, gotta sit back. And others like, nah, I think I'll have something to eat and take time. Thanks for being with us,
All
Janet.
right, thank you for having me.
All right. See you next time. You'll be my guest.
Run, river, run, run through the hills. Run, river, run to the sea. Run, river, run to your place beneath the sun. Run, river, run over me.